Welcome to the Half-Blood Report.
Here we discuss Percy Jackson news, interviews, and all things Rowden. I'm Samuel, your co-host.
And I'm Diego, your other co-host.
Hey, you know what I did Riordan related this week? My Riordan fan podcast is 1 year old.
You mean our Riordan fan podcast, don't you, Samuel?
Well, yeah, it's mine, it's yours. So this is our, if you haven't guessed, this is our special 1 year anniversary / birthday for the podcast episode, and we're gonna be doing some fan appreciation, kind of like a mailbag episode. And then we're also going to talk about some of our favorite memories from running the podcast.
Yeah.
So first up, these are not really like recent emails. They're kind of a collection of some of our favorite fan emails from like throughout the year of our podcast. So we're gonna start from like the oldest ones to the most recent. And here, how about I read the first one? It's from Lily, and it says, "Hi guys, just listened to the first episode of the podcast, and I really loved it. I've really wanted something like this to come out, so thank you for making something so in-depth and smart. I'm really thankful. Keep it up, Lily." And, that was a really nice email from Lily. We obviously replied to her back when we got this email in December. It would be kind of weird if we were just bringing it up. Thanks again, Lily. Thanks again, Lily. I hope you're still listening to the podcast, and I do want to make a small correction. You said something so in-depth and smart, but the correction is something so in-depth and genius, as Diego would like to say.
Yeah, I think that's more appropriate. But yeah, thanks so much, Lily. Not sure if you still listen or if you still care about our humble little podcast, but thanks so much for that email.
You want to read the next one, Diego?
Yeah, sure. This one is from Carla, and the message is "Keep up the great work!" exclamation mark. And yeah, thanks so much for that, Carla.
Yeah, that one's a bit of a shorter one, but yeah, we appreciate that.
It was shorter. It was shorter, but it definitely makes us feel good when people
yeah, and that was back from February.
When they let us know that we're doing a good job.
Yeah,
so
that's
Carla,
always very
if you
nice.
still listen to this podcast, thanks a lot.
Now, so that was Carla with a K. That we do have another email from Carla with a C. So are they same Carla? I don't know. But next up, this is from March. It's from Guillermo. I don't know.
Guillermo, come on, man. I thought you were Latino too.
Well, I am, but that's too many syllables for me. And they say felicitaciones, un abrazo. So yeah.
And now I will read it as an actual message. Felicitaciones, un abrazo.
That's what I said. Anyways, that's congratulations,
no.
a hug.
Yeah. So thanks whoever Guillermo is for sending us that nice little bit of love. So this next one is their first name is Someone, and the message is, "You should sell your shirts. They are beautiful and I will buy all of them." I'm not really sure
I'm pretty sure this is from Talia.
Yeah,
because that's what their email says.
That's what their
not
email
Talia,
says.
not Talia as in the books with the H, like without the H. So yeah.
Yeah. No.
We actually have started selling our shirts. We have a Teespring. Diego, you want to give the link to our Teespring?
Yeah. I'll pop the link to the Teespring down below. But yeah, if you just look up the Half-Blood Report.
So instead of saying out loud, you're gonna say, "I'm gonna put it in the show notes." When in fact it's me putting it in the show notes. Now you're just lying.
Okay, fine. But it will come up if you just look up the Half-Blood Report Teespring. And we're selling some just I think the first line of merch is just some pretty basic stuff, just the logo on some shirts. But we're kind of thinking about like maybe adding some of our favorite quotes. I think we asked people on Twitter.
We still need "I'm a Genius" t-shirts. Like Diego hasn't made any "I'm a Genius" t-shirts.
No,
and that's...
I have not.
You need
it's
to make
all my
those.
fault, guys. I'm sorry. As Talia kindly mentions right here, she will buy all of them. So we should.
And if you have, and it yeah, like, and if you have any ideas, of course, email us, and they might just appear as T-shirts, and you'll be like, "Hey, I gave that recommendation," or we might read them if we ever do an ever mailbag episode. I think I want to make these a seasonal thing, not just for our like
Seasonal.
anniversary. Yeah, seasonal.
Anniversaries, because the next one is 52 episodes from now.
I don't know. So yeah, this is from Carla. This is actually only 4 days ago, as of the recording, of course. This is from Carla with a C, not Carla with a K. Hopefully, they're the same person. That would be cool. And they say, "Congratulations, Samuel and Diego." There's like big spaces between those, so that's the way I read it. And it says, "To 1 year of HBR and hopefully many more." And then there's a bunch of emojis. I think that's a firework emoji, a exploding light bulb emoji, some star emojis, some confetti emojis.
No, I think those are more like twinkly diamond emojis, because that's not a star.
Well, yeah. Well, twinkly. No, it's like because like in every Disney movie, they're like, look up at the star, and it's like that's the magic star that you can wish upon. And no, that's a
Oh yeah,
diamond in the
yeah.
sky.
I guess it's kind of
Yes,
like that. And then
it's like a Disney
there's the
star.
two.
Yeah.
Exactly, it's the Disney star.
Hey, editing Samuel here, and I just wanted to jump in and say thank you so much, Carlo Offici. We didn't get around to it because Diego distracted us with the diamond star emoji discussion, but I wanted to say big thank you to Carlo Offici, along with all our other emailers. Now we kind of want to read some Apple reviews, some from all you great peeps. So this first one has kind of a backstory behind it. You wanna tell that story, Diego?
Yeah, yeah. So, I was giving like originally like telling my friends about the podcast like when we started it off, and I guess one of them wrote like a sort of kind of like meme
Well,
review.
well, so
Um,
first before that, they a lot of them have actually become loyal listeners, but more to sort of make fun of it. And there was one time I didn't want to swear at Diego because we try to be as G-rated as possible, so I called him a silly goose. And apparently they said that because I well, Diego, what did they say that using the word silly
they
goose meant?
said they said they said that the word "silly goose" meant that Samuel was actually a middle-aged white woman in the body of a teenage Latino.
Yeah, which I mean, okay, sure, I guess. So apparently I am that's what they think about me, and so that's kind of weird. They basically think I'm an old white person because I use the word silly goose, and one of them left this review. This rocks,
Uh,
and of course that's ROX. At least they gave us 5 stars. And it's from Proofy Sammy. So, obviously someone trying to be me, Samuel, and it says this podcast is the most intellectually stimulating, most well thought out piece of art that I've listened to in my 50 years of living. I'm a wise man, but this podcast has truly made me wiser. So I guess that's supposed to be humor in this day and age.
yeah. So obviously,
I mean,
obviously
I
that
appreciate the 5 stars, but I don't know if why they had to make fun of me in the process.
it's okay, Samuel.
Jeez, you want to read this next review?
Yeah. So this next one is actually from wait, what does it even say there? Oh, I forgot the order of months, but it's actually from March, and it says "So Funny" is the title, and it's a 5-star review, and it says, "This is a great podcast, and I love it so much. I am a huge PJO fan, so when I discovered this, I was so happy. Would recommend." And
Oh,
it's from
so that's
Jorge.
Jorge QQCC123. Yes, and that's actually all the way from Australia. So thank you, thanks Jorge in Australia, or is it George? Could be George.
Yeah, it could be George. It could be George. I'm just gonna go with Jorge because it sounds cooler.
Well, what if that's not his name? Then you're just like, what if it's
I guess. I
okay?
guess.
Compromise. What if it's Horge? Hmm?
Jorge. Okay.
Leave us 5 star Apple reviews that compliment us, and we will make fun of your name. I highly recommend it.
no, no, no. But
No, in reality, thanks so much.
yeah. I
Choo
don't know
choo, CC 123.
if yeah, if you still listen, but definitely that's a very nice review. Thank you.
This one is from Robert. Obviously the damn meme page Robert, and he says the only news source worth a damn. That's Percy Jackson damn. It says 5 stars. Thanks again. Where else to get Riordan related news other than the best Riordan news podcast, Half Blood Report? Diego and Samuel give in depth discussion on all news Riordan related. Highly enjoyable and informative. Yeah, thanks, Robert. For that great review. Of course, thanks for always making memes for the podcast. Really
Yeah,
appreciate you.
we laugh at those all day.
Yeah, Robert has a Twitter page at the damn meme page, I think, and he also has his own podcast. It's called Into the Riordanverse, which actually just got a new logo. So definitely check that out.
Yeah. So thanks so much for that.
Yeah, thanks a lot. You want to read the next one?
Yeah, so the next one is from Tally, which I
Well,
assume
can you say
is
that? Can you
just
say that
Natalie.
again? Can you say that
Yeah.
again, Diego? Because I did not hear you the first
N-
time.
Tally.
But can you say it faster? Because
Tally. Tally.
okay. So that's of course Natalie from Floor 600, and go ahead, read it, Diego.
Yeah, so it says awesome news and interviews. Super entertaining podcast to stay up to date with Riordanverse news. Also super cool to hear interviews with Riordanverse authors.
Yeah, thanks, Natalie. Natalie, of course, co-host of Floor 600. We actually did another collab with them on their podcast. If you haven't, gone and checked that out yet, so do that. Yeah, thanks for that 5-star review. This last one says, "Great." It's 5 stars, and it says, "My b-day is August 3rd. Please mention that in August. I'm Noah A. P.S. I have Percy Jackson's birthday." And that's a review, not actually from Noah A. It says Piper's picks is average, but I guess that's Noah A. So, yeah.
Piper's
Um.
picks is no. You have to read this properly. It's Piper's picks is average. Average.
Oh, I didn't read the whole thing. Yeah, it's average, not average. Oh,
It's not average, it's
I
average. It's like
average.
fancy French for average.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
No, it
I
isn't. I was just making that
I
up.
actually, I actually, I actually hope this is like he has a friend named Piper, and it's because her picks on podcasts he thinks are average, but like Piper's picks is average were taken, so he did like Piper's picks is average.
Average.
Average. Um.
Welcome to the most average podcast.
Yeah. Thanks, Noah. Oh, we gotta sing our patented demigod birthday song. So, Noah, I know you wanted to wait for August, but we're going to sing to you now, okay? So, yeah, happy early birthday. Let's do this. So, have a happy demigod birthday. Do, 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 do. Have a happy demigod birthday. Do, 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 do. Happy demigod birthday. Do, 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 do. Happy demigod birthday. Do, 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 do. Happy demigod birthday. Demigod, demigod. Tune a do 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 do. Yeah, Noah A. So basically, happy early birthday to Noah A. And yeah, if you want us to leave you a happy birthday, you just gotta basically give us a 5-star Apple review, or email us, and we'll do it in our next mailbag. Now that we sang happy birthday to Noah A, we gotta do it to ourselves. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Have a happy demigod birthday. Do 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 do. Have a happy demigod birthday. Do 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 do. Happy demigod birthday. Do 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 do. Happy demigod birthday. Do 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 do. Happy birthday, demigod birthday. Demigod to the half blood report. Do 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 do.
Cymbal crash in the background. That sounded more like a gun, and that's like a cymbal crash.
Man,
Hmm.
I think we get worse every time.
I think that's kind of the point.
Oh yeah, it is. So now we sung happy birthday to our podcast and to Noah A. This is what I'm actually looking forward to. Let's talk about our favorite memories, from running the podcast. What was one of your favorite moments?
A great memory that I had with Samuel, and Izzy was there as well, is when we were doing some research for the Hipgamesh episode, and we always stay up late whenever I sleep over at Samuel's house, which is kind of just customary, I guess. And that same day, in our classic me and Samuel at Samuel's house fashion, we tried to drag a piece of furniture from like 8 blocks away. Do you remember what it was?
Yeah, it was like a. mm, sh- I know what it was, but I can't describe it in words. Like
Yeah, it
I
was it
know
was
what it
like it was like a cabinet thing.
Yeah, kind of like a cabinet. Kind of like a cabinet.
Yeah. So we kind of dragged that like a million and one blocks, and I had his sister's rolling pin. And I was just kind of like smacking
No, because
both
here's the thing.
Samuel and
Yeah,
Izzy and
I
just
live in I live
generally.
in I live in Queens and he lives in Manhattan, and he was really afraid because it was like basically it was late at night and we had to walk to Izzy's house,
Yeah, it
and
was it was pretty sketch.
he kept banging. It wasn't scary. He thought he was gonna get like robbed in Queens for some reason. It was like there it was like, no, this isn't a scary neighborhood, Diego. Like you're over exaggerating. But he was like,
It
this is
was
so
dark.
scary. If I'm gonna walk like Izzy home, I'm gonna need like a weapon. So like my sister lent him her rolling pin, but then instead of actually protecting himself or at least just keeping it to his side, he kept hitting people's fences, and then like he got my sister's rolling pin all dirty. And I'm like you were the most dangerous person that night walking around my neighborhood. And I was very annoyed by that.
uh no, yeah, but those were some fun times. And then we had this whole story about how there was this cat, but then we never saw the cat again. Like there was a cat that we saw on the way there, but
Yeah,
on the
a
way back
cat
it was
a
not there.
cat scared Diego, and then Diego like got really scared. But then he was like all machismo, and he was like, "Oh yeah, if that cat comes back, I'm gonna hit it with this rolling pin." And I think a joke relating to that actually ended up in episode 12.
It's not my fault. That cat was looking at me funny.
Um. Anyways, some memories that I'm really fond of relating to this podcast is a lot of our interviews, especially the ones were in
Yeah.
person. It was like when I like we went to the launch event for Tristan Strong, of course, to interview
Oh
Kwame
yeah,
Lampalia.
and we stopped by for the pizza.
Yeah, so we go get pizza, and there's this really nice lady, and we get some pizza, and we're talking to her in Spanish, and everything's cool. We walk out. I'm eating my pizza. Speaking of which, Diego was holding my copy of Tristan Strong, and he gets a bunch of pizza grease on it. So I'm like, okay, that's your copy now. I'm gonna buy myself a new copy. Like usually, if I have a book for a long time, I'm not gonna be super upset about Grease. But I'm like, yo, brand new. I'll just get it, and one of us is gonna have to buy a brand new book, so I'm gonna do it. And then, anyways, Diego's like, actually, I don't want any more of his pizza. I'm like, okay, whatever. Like I loved my pizza. I ate it. I'm like, go throw it out. He's like, I don't want to throw it out. I'm like, why? He's like, because the dumpster's right in front of the store with the really nice lady. I'm like, what? So Diego made me go throw out his slice because he didn't want the lady look out the window and see him throw out the
Yeah,
pizza.
yeah, yeah. So I was like, Samuel, go over there and throw it out for me. And
Yeah.
then we
So that was basically the craziness that preceded a great interview with Kwame Mumbalia. And
yeah,
uh,
exactly. Exactly. We took some artistic pictures because I wanted to get some like pictures because back then we actually cared about the Instagram. Sorry people on Instagram. I try my best. Um, and I was trying to get some like artsy pictures, so I had like a pizza box and like a Coke can. I was trying to like get pictures with the book and stuff, and it was just totally horrible. And Sam, as a
see,
film
that's a
major,
lie.
he was all
I was the one who
no.
told you should include the pizza box, and you're like, no, I don't want to have the pizza with the book. I'm like, yo, just do it. It'll be cool. And then,
Okay, maybe not the pizza box, but like I was trying to do some stuff, and then Sam was like, "Oh my god, Diego, you have no idea how to do these things." And I was like, "Yeah." But it was pretty good because once we got in, it was all chill. We set up and we were super nervous because this was our first interview. Well, at least I was
Oh, it
super nervous.
wasn't. It wasn't chill. We yelled at each other in front of Books of Wonder employees.
Yeah, yeah. But it was okay because they let us use their laptop in the back to kind of like sign in and print out our interview questions. So it was all fixed and saved. And as you can probably tell by now, before any interview, there's usually a lot of stress and yelling.
Oh yeah, and I also like the other time when went to go and interview Carlos Hernandez, and then we got Boba.
Oh, that was great.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, and then we went by this place, and there was this poke bowl place, and Sam's like, "No, I already ate." I'm like, "You sure?" He's like, "Yeah, yeah, 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 yeah." So me and my sister ordered poke bowls, and we're eating them. Sam was like, "Can I try some?" And I was like, "Didn't you already eat?" So I was very protective about my poke bowl. But then Samuel had some of his a poke bowl, or a bit of a
Well,
poke
no,
bowl for the first time.
he wasn't. He didn't let me have any, but I was like, and it was like, yo, I don't really want that much. I just want to try it because I've never had Pokeballs before or Pokeballs. And then he was like, "You've never had Pokeballs before? Oh, have it." And then I tried some. I'm like, "Oh, this is really good." And then I stole a bunch of his, and then he got he was mad
Yeah,
at
it was
me.
great. And then afterwards, at that same place, they sold some bubble tea. And then we picked up bubble tea, and it was really funny because they wouldn't
Wait,
let
was the
us.
bubble tea good or bad? I don't remember.
Yeah, me neither. I don't remember. I think the boba was bad, but the tea was actually like pretty decent. But they wouldn't let us into the bookstore with it, right? And I think Carlos arrived a little late, but like we were
No,
like
they did
standing.
let us in. They did let us
Oh
in, and you
yes,
were
they
like,
let us. They let us in.
and before we recorded, you were like, "Can I finish my boba tea?" I was like, "Yo, we have a professional offer across the table from us, and you're asking me if you can like finish your tea before we start recording." I was very
And
very
then
annoyed.
Carlos was like, "Oh yes, Diego, that's amazing." And like Carlos was so nice, and just Samuel was like, "Carlos, stop encouraging him."
I probably said something along those lines.
Uh,
I don't know. Just all our interviews. It was really cool to learn a lot about John Rocco when we had that interview. Basically,
yeah,
just interviewing is fun. What else? What else?
he
Oh,
always
the live stream was fun, where we had that live stream with
live
Fran,
stream was a
Zach,
ton of
and
fun.
Julia. Um,
We, I think before that, I think I was the craziest person there because I was trying to get my outfit right.
I want to
And I was
give
like,
a shout out to some really
yeah,
good Half Litter Report fans. Kinkin is always on the Twitter, like giving us something interesting to think about on Twitter. So thanks to them. I just wanted to say Magnus Chase. They're pretty cool. They like a lot of our tweets, so that's cool. Basically, anyone who likes a lot of our tweets, that's very nice of them. I already thanked them, but a second thank you to Robert for making all the memes on the Twitter. Of course, thanks to all the other Percy Jackson podcasts. They're all great.
I'd like to thank both Stephanie Lurie and Seal Ballinger for like always retweeting our tweets and kind of like helping us get some more exposure. Um,
Oh yeah,
they're always
and
really kind
also
about it,
I'd like
and
to, of course, to extend that to the other Rick Ryan Presents authors, especially
yeah, as
Carlos
well as well.
Hernandez. Mm-hmm. Thing else we should be doing?
Well, I think we should kind of just say thank you to everybody who listens, um,
Oh yeah, thanks
because
to everyone who listens.
you listening, even though you may not interact with us or may not have the social medias or anything, you listening makes me feel as though there are people out there
It
who
makes him
would like to
feel
listen to me rant.
like he's in love. It makes him feel in love.
Uh, yeah, we'll go with that
Diego
one. Okay.
Diego is in love with all of you. He every one of you he loves. I like you all. I think you're
uh,
pretty cool, but Diego loves you romantically, every one of you. Um,
I would not say like that. I love it the way you like somebody like a good student, right? If you're a teacher and you have a good student who like pays attention in class and raises their hand, kind of like that. Like you like your good students.
um,
You get what I mean, okay? But no, thanks to everyone, and I guess happy 1 year anniversary, nah?
birthday.
Hopefully yeah, hopefully we will
Is it
be around
anniversary
for.
or birthday? I don't know. to one of
Huh?
those.
Yeah, I'm not sure either.
Oh yeah, and email us and give us Apple reviews for our next mailbag episode. That will happen
Yeah, it
probably
will happen.
sometime in the fall, because this was like our. I want to make these mailbag episodes seasonal. All right, I want that to be a
Yeah,
thing.
this is
So
summer. We can do fall. We can do winter.
you forgot about spring because that's a season,
Yeah, yeah. I don't know about that. I mean, this spring has been not very springy. Not gonna lie.
but that's still like a season. That's like that is a thing that happens.
I guess. I guess. I vote we eliminate spring as a season.
You can't just say like this chocolate doesn't taste very chocolatey, so chocolate doesn't exist. Doesn't.
No, 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 no. No, spring's a great season. Just I kind of forgot spring happened since all of this like coronavirus stuff. But hopefully sometime soon, me and Samuel will get together again, and I will hit some more fences with rolling pins, and have Samuel throw out my pizza. It'll be tons of fun. But yeah,
Hey, you want to end this one?
hell yeah. All right. That's it for this episode of the Half Blood Report 1 year anniversary. Samuel, how can I contact this podcast?
You can follow the show on Twitter at Half Report. You can also find us on Instagram at The Half Blood Report, or email the show, thehalfbloodreport@gmail.com. We also have a website, thehalfbloodreport.com, and we also have a Patreon and Teespring. Links to those in the description. Give us money. We're 1 year old.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. For our birthday, we would like you to give us money. No, no, no. For our birthday, we would just like you to send us a nice card or email or something. But money of course also helps. That said, it's time for credits. Our great theme music is actually by Moi.
I do our editing. My co host here is Diego, and I'm Samuel.
Happy 1 year anniversary to the podcast.
And thanks again to all of you for listening, really. This is the Half Blood Report podcast, the only HBR that matters. Survive till next week.